Another part of the neighborhood's history is this building right here is built 1890, and it was a overflow primary school for the primary school that was on Smith Street at the 400 where our class is meeting, actually primary school. And at the time, the way that what we now call elementary school was done, you had these little schools that were very neighborhood based. All the kids walked, they went home for lunch, they came back for the afternoon. This was a primary school until around 1940 when the educational model began to shift and it became a girls club and then a boys and girls club. And then in the early 1960s it became the Smith Hill Community Center, funded partly by a lot of federal programs coming out of the war on poverty happening as part of the civil rights movement. And it operated as the community's center until roughly 2005 when it closed down for a variety of bad decisions by the executive director. Shortly after the Smith Hill Center rebranded as Capital City Community Center in the early 2000s, it closed its doors as a community center and survives today as 4 discrete programs, including the Smith Hill Early Childhood Learning Center behind Harry Kazarian Elementary School and the Lillian Feinstein Senior Center in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood. And was empty for a number of years. And a small group of leaders from the community and some folks from Providence College, including me, were given the possibility of buying the building from the city for $1 basically, very, very cheap. And it didn't happen partly because the building needs roughly $1 to $2 million in renovations to bring it up to code and usage standards. As it's been in limbo, there have been 2 church communities also that have either leased or bought the building. They've tried to use a combination of worship space and providing social services to the community as a way to build a congregation, but there's a lot of competition and not enough people interested in that model. And frankly, most of the people in the neighborhood either don't need services, or if they do, they've already got a way to access them, and this is a little redundant. So as far as I know, the building is not doing anything right now, and it's not clear what's going to happen with it. There is no community center in Smith Hill, a huge political vacuum for the neighborhood. Without an active, neighborhood-based community center, Smith Hill is at an enormous disadvantage when it comes to identifying community concerns and advocating with the city and state levels for the resources it needs to address them. This vacuum is especially significant when it comes to support of children, youth, and teens.